You are walking through a dense forest, the sound of raindrops hitting the leaves above you, creating a soothing melody that calms your mind and body. The scent of wet earth and trees fills your senses, grounding you in the present moment. As you breathe in, the cool, crisp air fills your lungs, and you feel your worries slowly drifting away. You've been looking forward to this getaway all week, and finally, you're here, surrounded by the peace and tranquility of nature. But as you walk, you start to notice the sound of a gentle stream in the distance, and your curiosity is piqued. What could be waiting for you by the water's edge? As you approach the cozy mountain cabin, you notice the warm glow of the fireplace casting a golden light onto the surrounding trees. The sound of raindrops hitting the roof creates a sense of coziness, making you feel like you're in a safe haven. You can smell the aroma of freshly brewed coffee wafting from inside, and your stomach growls in anticipation of a warm, comforting meal. You feel a sense of excitement and relaxation wash over you as you step inside, leaving the chill of the rain behind. But as you enter, you notice that the cabin is filled with the scent of old books and wood, and you start to wonder about the stories that these walls could tell. What secrets will you uncover as you explore this tranquil retreat? You settle into a comfortable armchair by the fireplace, feeling the warmth of the flames on your skin. The sound of the rain outside creates a sense of coziness, making you feel like you're in a peaceful bubble. As you gaze into the fire, you start to notice the dancing flames, and your mind begins to wander. You think about all the things you've been putting off, all the tasks you've been procrastinating on. But as you sit here, surrounded by the soothing sounds of nature, you start to feel a sense of calm wash over you. You realize that you don't have to tackle everything at once, that sometimes it's okay to just slow down and enjoy the moment. But what happens when you start to feel overwhelmed and the calm starts to fade away? As you gaze out the window, watching the raindrops slide down the pane, you start to reflect on your day. You think about all the things you've accomplished, all the things you're grateful for. The sound of the rain creates a sense of intimacy, making you feel like you're having a conversation with yourself. You start to notice the little things, the way the rain brings out the scent of the trees, the way the droplets create a rhythmic melody on the roof. As you breathe in, you feel your mind starting to clear and your thoughts becoming more focused. But as you stand there, lost in thought, you start to wonder what the night ahead holds. Will you be able to quiet your mind and drift off to sleep, or will your thoughts keep you awake? You decide to take a few moments to practice some relaxation techniques to help calm your mind and body. You start by taking deep breaths, feeling the air fill your lungs, and then slowly release it. As you exhale, you feel your muscles relax, your tension melting away. You move on to some gentle stretches, feeling your body lengthen and expand. The sound of the rain outside creates a sense of calm, making you feel like you're in a peaceful sanctuary. As you practice, you start to notice the sensation of your body sinking into the floor, feeling grounded and connected to the earth. But what happens when you start to feel a sense of resistance, when your mind starts to wander and you struggle to focus? You start to imagine yourself on a guided journey, walking through a peaceful forest at dusk. The sound of birds chirping and leaves rustling creates a sense of serenity, making you feel like you're in a magical world. As you walk, you notice the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the feeling of the earth beneath you. You start to notice the sensation of the air on your skin, the smell of the trees, and the sound of the wind. The rain outside creates a sense of coziness, making you feel like you're in a safe haven. As you journey deeper into the forest, you start to feel a sense of calm wash over you, and your mind starts to quiet. But what happens when you come across a fork in the path and you have to make a choice about which direction to take? You start to realize the power of your imagination and how it can transport you to different worlds and scenarios. You imagine yourself on a peaceful beach, feeling the sand between your toes and the sun on your skin. The sound of the waves creates a sense of calm, making you feel like you're in a serene paradise. As you imagine, you start to notice the sensation of your body relaxing, your muscles releasing their tension. You feel your mind starting to quiet and your thoughts becoming more focused. But what happens when you start to feel a sense of disconnection, when your imagination starts to wander and you struggle to stay present? You start to think about all the things you've been holding on to, all the worries and concerns that have been weighing you down. You imagine yourself releasing a balloon, watching as it floats away into the sky. The sound of the rain outside creates a sense of release, making you feel like you're letting go of all your burdens. As you breathe in, you feel your body starting to relax, your mind starting to clear. You realize that you don't have to hold on to everything, that sometimes it's okay to let go and trust that everything will work out. But what happens when you start to feel a sense of uncertainty, when you're not sure what the future holds? You start to focus on the present moment, letting go of all your worries about the past or future. You feel the sensation of your breath moving in and out of your body, the sensation of your feet touching the ground. The sound of the rain outside creates a sense of calm, making you feel like you're in a peaceful sanctuary. As you focus on the present, you start to notice the sensation of your body relaxing, your mind starting to quiet. You realize that the present moment is all you have, and that it's the only moment that truly exists. But what happens when you start to feel a sense of distraction, when your mind starts to wander and you struggle to stay focused? You start to feel a sense of calm wash over you, a sense of peace and tranquility that permeates every cell of your body. You imagine yourself sitting by a peaceful lake, feeling the sun on your skin and the breeze in your hair. The sound of the water creates a sense of serenity, making you feel like you're in a magical world. As you sit there, you start to notice the sensation of your body relaxing, your mind starting to quiet. You realize that this sense of calm is always available to you, that it's just a matter of taking a few deep breaths and focusing on the present moment. But what happens when you start to feel a sense of restlessness, when you're not sure what to do with yourself? You start to think about the beauty of nature and how it can inspire and uplift you. You imagine yourself walking through a peaceful forest, feeling the sun on your skin and the wind in your hair. The sound of the birds chirping creates a sense of joy, making you feel like you're in a magical world. As you walk, you start to notice the sensation of your body relaxing, your mind starting to quiet. You realize that nature has the power to heal and transform you, to help you see the world in a new and beautiful way. But what happens when you start to feel a sense of disconnection, when you're not sure how to tap into the beauty of nature? You start to imagine yourself on a guided meditation, walking through a peaceful landscape and focusing on your breath. The sound of the wind creates a sense of calm, making you feel like you're in a serene paradise. As you walk, you start to notice the sensation of your body relaxing, your mind starting to quiet. You realize that this meditation is helping you to let go of all your worries and concerns, to trust that everything will work out. But what happens when you start to feel a sense of resistance, when your mind starts to wander and you struggle to stay focused? Be sure to watch until the end, where you'll find a special guided meditation to help you release any remaining tension and fall asleep quickly. As you continue to focus on your breath, you start to feel yourself drifting off to sleep. You imagine yourself in a peaceful, serene environment, surrounded by the soothing sounds of nature. The sound of the rain outside creates a sense of coziness, making you feel like you're in a safe haven. As you drift off, you start to notice the sensation of your body relaxing, your mind starting to quiet. You realize that you're exactly where you need to be and that everything is going to be okay. As you fall asleep, remember that you can always return to this peaceful place whenever you need to relax and unwind. As you drift off to sleep, I want to thank you for joining me on this journey. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more sleep stories and relaxation techniques, and don't forget to take a few deep breaths before you go to bed. Good night, and may you have a restful and peaceful sleep.